Hello everybody, this is Gouf and Fox coming at you with a 400 cost quick match here in the level 4 Gouf. We're going to be on City Ruins for this match here, and this is a match that I got using a build with the Gouf that I've been meaning to test out for quite a while now, and it's essentially a nearly pure melee based build for the level 4 Gouf here. And part of the reason I want to do this build is because I did get the Overtuning melee part recently, so I've really been just trying to use that on a couple suits and see what I could do with it. And in trying to come up with a interesting build here, I had the idea to just go all out with the Gouf's melee here and really just try to see how far I could push it, and that's what we got for this match here. So I'm going to list off the parts that I did use for the build here, and I'm also going to include them in the description down below. I've been placing the builds that I use for my matches in the description, so if you are curious to how I am building my suits, and maybe you want to use it for a basis for how to build your own suits in the game, well, it is always available to you. But yes, with the build here, I do have Enhanced Melee Program Level 5, Level 4, and Level 2. I have the Overtuning Melee parts, which increases your melee damage by 3%, and it adds an additional 3% per a unit level, so, being level 4, gonna have a higher percentage for what exactly I can do here. Next, I have the Melee Specialized Program. This increases your melee attack damage by 5%. However, it does decrease your range damage and your total HP. But the good thing about this part is that it doesn't cost any part slots at all. So, using it for a pure melee build here did work out, especially since the next two parts I used with the last slots I had remaining, that being the new model frame and the strengthened frame, both at level 1. That did offset the HP decrease that I got from using the build, so did have a little bit of an offset there, which did help things kind of work out on the HP fronts. I really wasn't too concerned with the range damage part, because the only range weapon you have on the Gouf is the Finger Vulcan, and primarily I was using that to get accumulation stuns, so not really using it much as a damage dealer. So yeah, but the melee that I added to it, that is going to bring the melee strength up to 63. That's not including the extra percentages you get from Overtuning and the specialized melee program. That's only going to be for the enhanced melee parts. The enhanced melee program. So that's only going to register for that. But that extra range damage is going to apply to both the heat sword and the heat rod, since those are both melee weapons. So yeah, you'll see it in this match here, just how much melee damage that I'm able to do here with the Gouf. To really all kinds of mobile suits too. At some point I do hit the Isaac with the heat rod, and it is going to do 12,100 damage. But even against the Gym Cold Districts type that's in this match, I do over 7,000 damage just with the heat rod. So yeah, you're able to do quite a bit with this melee build here. And this is really reminiscent of a older video that I did way back closer to the start of my channel, where I did a similar thing with the level 4 Ifrits, just the base general Ifrits at level 4, where there was another suit where I was trying to see how much I could push the melee. At that time, we didn't have the, like the specialized melee program or overtuning melee yet, so the only things I had to really work with were the enhanced melee program level 1 through 4, which I'm pretty sure that's the build that I did use on it, and I think I might still have that build as well. So maybe that's something I'll try to revisit sometime to see if I can add the overtuning part to the Ifrits. I don't know if I'll put specialized melee program on it, because I feel like with the Ifrits, you do have the shotgun and the Vulcans. That does have a few more range weapons that it can work with, especially if you switch to something like the giant bazooka. So that I might not put the specialized melee program on. Maybe if I have space for it, I might try to put it on there, but if not, I'll probably just try to use the overtuning, since, man, overtuning really does make a noticeable difference. I tested it in free practice, just trying to see the difference in melee, and it is pretty noticeable. Like not like super out there like damage, but like still noticeable enough where I feel like having overtuning melee for your more melee based suits is a pretty good thing to have. So right now, just waiting to spawn in before I cause more havoc here with my melee overtuned Gouf. And yeah, I really did just go pretty decent in this match. I really do like using the Gouf. It is a raid type mobile suit, and it's one that I use pretty much at every level. I think the only one I haven't really used too much is the level 3 version, but the 1, 2, and 4 version, I have used all of those ones quite a bit, mainly because it is one of my favorite mobile suits, and I still think it's a pretty good, reliable raid overall. Even with suits coming out like the Makuve's Gouf, I know that was a suit that, when that suit came out, a lot of people were saying that the original Gouf just wasn't good anymore, or wasn't that good, and that it needed a buff. I don't think the original Gouf really needs anything, because, I mean, with the matches that I played here, using the level 4, I was able to do pretty good with it, so, yeah, maybe that's just me, you know, my bias towards the OG Gouf here, but yeah, calling in support fire here before I hop back to my mobile suit. Since I did the over 7,000 to the Gym Cold Districts type, I do think the part with me where I get the Isaac over here, I think that part is coming soon where I am able to just get a full downswing with the Heat Rod onto the Isaac. And yeah, you'll again just see how much damage this thing is capable of doing. Yeah, 12,120 damage. So yeah, just gonna do a quick finisher with the Heat Sword there. Again, just a whole ton of damage that you can do, especially to supports. Those are obviously going to be the most vulnerable to the melee build here. But even then, as I mentioned, even against generals, I'm still able to do a pretty good amount of damage. As you can see here, over 3,000 on both of my swings against the Gym Cold District type there. And unfortunately, my counter did not register on that Pixie there. Yeah, which is weird because it did look like it should have registered. Like the Pixie did look like they were still in the animation, but you know, it's kind of whatever. But I really wish that counter did register though, because I would really want to see how much damage that my counter would have done, because I think the counters are supposed to be linked to your melee damage. So kind of unfortunate that I couldn't get that to register. But trying to see if I can hop back in and do a little extra damage before the round ends. I did try to go after the enemy team's Gundam EX, but unfortunately I got caught in my teammate's melee, so wasn't able to do too much with that. But hey, that's going to be timeout mission over, and we'll see how we did here with the melee focused Gouf. Good works in the side chat there. And yeah, top in assists, top in damage, and top in diversions for my team. And second place with 4 kills and 4 loss. Second place in damage with the enemy team's Gundam EX getting first. So really not too bad there when it comes to the performance of the Gouf here. And yeah, I mean, again, this is just something that I really wanted to do for quite a while now. Just test out this build and really see what kind of shenanigans I could get into with it. So that's really all I have to say for this video here. Comment down below what you think about this melee overtuned Gouf here. Really just the Gouf in general. And, you know, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.